Welcome everyone to the newest show on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. The white flag was waved on the Wednesday Night War between NXT and AEW. AEW won. NXT was forced to move to Tuesday nights. That's right. Triple H, the sweet karma comes back around now, has to work on Tuesdays. And from the ashes of the Wednesday Night Warriors rises the Phoenix. The Phoenix that is this show you are watching now. Stat King, hit the music. Wow.
Hear that? Beautiful.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. This show is what we are going to call NX3, where we recap and review NXT. So it'll be three of us talking about it every week. But for the first week, we have four. And let me introduce everyone here. We'll start with me. This is in no particular order. Sorry, guys. I am Romeo Anthony Cologne. R-A-C. And joining me, my Wednesday Night Warrior former compadre, Chris G, the host of Joints and Jabronis, the host of Blunt Impact.
Yes, aka Slice Boogie Light. What's going on, yo?
Also joining us, the co-host of Blunt Impact, the co-host of Fusion of Honor, FOH. Fuck out of here. He is a three-time baby making Lachette. You see the three theme we got here? He is Ness.
Tru Heels, what's the deal? The prodigal son has returned to NXT. NXT is dead. NX3 is here and now, and it's the future.
And our fourth for week one. It's okay because he has a 3 in his name. It is he. SP3.
Yes, I am here christening you guys. I gotta pray. I gotta give you the blessing. You're like knights where we have a new show on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. I feel like I have to be on the first episode at the very least, and I'm very happy because we have a cast of some of the best good brothers out there that can give you great content and talk about NXT every week. So I am glad to be a part of the premiere episode.
And we're glad to have you. We are going to discuss the April 13th, 2021 episode of NXT, the NXT After Mania, as I like to call it. And before we get into that, please help us out. We're crawling. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. And, of course, subscribe if you're new here to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. Plenty of other shows to deliver all the wrestling content you need. Guys, NXT started with the new NXT champ, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett at his side, cutting a promo. The crowd very receptive towards him. Carry on chants. You deserve it. Clearly, they're trying to portray he's a babyface, with no doubts about it. He says some very babyface things in a very menacing manner. He calls Finn Balor one of the greatest ever to step foot in this ring. Clear emphasis on this ring. I had to make sure, not one of the greatest of all time. He says time has corrected itself. He runs NXT. He challenges the locker room. And I thought this was the right way to start the Tuesday era with the new face of the brand, the new champ, making his mission statement known. We didn't get any interruption or first challenge or anything like that, but it was all about Karrion Kross in the beginning of NXT. Sid?
I just wanted a little bit more. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I thought it was a pretty good promo. It didn't wow me or make me like enthused of what's to come with this character. I just probably wanted a little bit more, maybe someone to interrupt him so we get a hint at who's potentially his first challenger. I just wanted a little bit more out of it, but I like you said, it was a decent way to kick off the show to kind of show them who is the face of NXT right now.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys are all, what I can say, fans of Karrion Kross for the most part?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if you guys remember. I'm pretty much like either still on the fence or just not all the way there. But that is the opposite of SP3. I think this promo had me interested in him and want to see where it goes as far as his title run. We all seen how the first one went. There wasn't one. So, yeah. So, like I said, it was interesting. I actually feel the sentiments of SP3. I want to see more. I want to see him back up these words. I also thought it was going to be somebody to come out and possibly interrupt him so we can get his first program. But, you know, it didn't happen. But there's always time to see where it goes. But, yeah, this has me interested. I'm still on the fence about him overall, but this definitely has piqued my interest.
And Chris, I saw a few people saying they didn't like that Scarlett was sort of just standing there and didn't have anything to add.
Those people don't like women. They don't like to see beautiful things right in their face. I love this. I've been advocating for Cross to get the title back for months. He finally got it back. He's back at the rightful place where he's supposed to be. What surprised me is that he cut a babyface promo, and he's a clear babyface. Because I thought after winning the title, he might just go back down the heel road. Because that's what I'm used to. Whether it's Killer Cross or Karrion Kross, I'm used to. Or the White Rabbit, if you watch Lucha Underground. He was a heel every time I seen him. But I'm very interested in this babyface run. What's there not to like about the guy? He got a good look. He beats people up. And his girl's bad. Checked all the boxes for me. Let's see where it goes.
By the way, on NXT, they had like a new logo, new graphics. They got like 3 skulls. Oh, there's that number again. 3 skulls and wings. I liked it. Yeah or nay?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Nah.
I guess the 3 skulls will at least catch you, SP3. The NXT Tag Team Championships, MSK. Wesley Nash Carter versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dain. And MSK, special entrants, making good use of their billion video screens, showing pics of their championship win. I also noticed there was an AEW Dynamite commercial advertising the return of Mike Tyson. Come on, guys. You won the war. Jeez. You pile on.
Yes.
This match. Very, very confusing that the live crowd or the wrestler crowd, or I don't know who's out there, MSK getting booed.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
You suck, Chance, I heard. I was like, what is going on?
I think it's just a WWE like trope or trait that fans turn on people who get the titles too quick, in their opinion. And MSK has only been here since January, so maybe it's that.
But for Drake, Maverick, and Killian Dain.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a fan of the oddball tag team.
Yeah.
MSK wins with their finisher blockbuster 7-12. The crowd doesn't care. Very quiet. Afterwards, Alexander Wolf comes out. He distracts Killian Dain. Eichner and Martel jump Dain. They all stand over him. And I noticed they made sure to emphasize Eichner and Martel looking at each other funny, which I didn't get. Maybe because Wolf is giving orders or something? I don't know. What do you think about all of this, Ness?
Well, it was weird seeing the faces get, booed, but it is what it is. The match itself, it started off a little clunky between Lee and Drake Maverick, but as it progressed, it got really good. Killian Dain showing his power, the swiftness and just the high octane in-ring ability of MSK.
I see what you're saying there. High octane.
Yeah. But overall, like I said, it started off a little clunky, but it progressed on into something very good. The Imperium thing,
I don't understand why we're booing MSK. Welcome to WWE, rascals. Wanted to live your dream. I don't really care for Killian Dain and Drake Maverick as a tag team anymore. They've grown stale on me. So I wasn't really expecting much from this match, but it was all right. The Imperium post match is just like confusing. I don't want to see. I'm Imperium are gonna MSK, which that wasn't the direction they showed.
Hold up, Chris. You broke up there, Chris. You broke up the last sentence you said. What'd you say?
I'm high, man. I don't remember. I really can't tell you what I said.
We're only 10 minutes in.
That's the whole time.
Remember, Wolf and Dain have that history of, I know WWE doesn't want you to remember, sanity.
Yes.
Sid?
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was more of they Imperium like realized Bartel and Fabian basically realized that they did all the work and Wolf never touched Killian Dain. I thought that's why they looked at each other like that. But as for the match, I agree with Ness. I thought it was a little bit clunky at first, especially the exchanges with Lee and Maverick. But it got all right in the end. I mean, I like the little tag team work with Killian Dain using the body of Drake Maverick. It's like a more mainstream way of double teaming that Chaos Project on AEW do with Luther and El Sempertio or whatever his name is.
Serpentico.
Serpentico, there you go. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's late, guys. But yeah, I thought it turned into a fun match after all.
We saw footage of after Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly from TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Cole telling the docs, stop telling him to stay calm. They're both taken to the the medical facility, side by side. Generally not a good idea. Two people who just beat the shit out of each other.
No, not at all.
And speaking of shit, Cole talking shit on his stretcher, telling Kyle O'Reilly, you ain't shit! You ain't shit! Bleeped, of course. This feud does not sound over. It doesn't sound like Adam Cole's going anywhere.
Nope.
I like how Kyle O'Reilly was just sitting up in the gurney depressed. Like, he just won the match, and he's just like...
Jessie Camilla versus Mercedes Martinez. Jessie gets a little offense. She sucks. Mercedes ends her in 2 moves. 1 minute, 52 seconds. I laughed at how easy it was for Mercedes. Mercedes then sticks up Robert Stone for the second time in this episode, or on this day. And
Bitch, better have my money.
There you go.
Word, and he had it.
He had it. Hopefully they weren't Usher bucks for his safety. Mercedes yells at Vic Joseph. She's coming for Raquel.
I want to see Raquel and Mercedes. Yeah, that match. Jessica Camilla did look decent. Like, this is my really my first time seeing her. So it was a squash match pretty much, but she got her offense and to show what she can do.
All she does is just bounce off the middle rope and jump really
high
and come back down.
No, come on, man, all my Mexicans. I love that.
That's like beginner lucha libre.
Yeah, like she's gotta start somewhere.
She's at the beginner level. Oh, Mercedes, I like how she gave me like Stewie Griffith vibes in the beginning, in the first segment. Where's my money, man? Where's my money, bro? She was about to bring out the gat, pull out a kneecap.
Yeah, Mercedes, for what she was given, did really good. Santos Escobar comes out. He's got the one title. He's unified it, cruiserweight champion. He says this is no longer a forgotten division. He is now the Emperor of Lucha Libre. I love that nickname. He says his son will be a champ like him and his father before him. And I thought, yeah, cheating asshole maybe, but not a fucking champ. He issues an open challenge, and my wish is answered. My wish is answered. KUSHIDA answers the challenge. He's got new gear. And Escobar sends Legado to the locker room. And surprise, surprise, they never come back to interfere in this match to help Santos like they usually do. Instead, KUSHIDA pins Santos after a reversal of pins in 11:26. Escobar's grandfather or father rolling in his grave at the Emperor of Lucha Libre. His son looking to be disowned. Take his cruiserweight champion somewhere else. I was legit shocked. I popped at the win. I was like, oh, but I love it. I love it.
I am so happy. KUSHIDA, 2 years in the making since getting signed by WWE. They finally throw him a bone and he wins the title. This was the first time since WrestleMania that it felt like we had like a big moment, like a Raw after WrestleMania moment. Way better than everything that happened on Monday night. way better than everything that happened in the first hour of the show. This show really turned around with this segment. This was a good matchup, a sample of what they could potentially give us in like a long form match on TV or a takeover matchup. And it sets up a nice little rivalry that I think has a lot of potential between Santos Escobar and KUSHIDA now that Escobar can now chase the title that he unified from KUSHIDA. And KUSHIDA has a bunch of other opponents that have already been set up. Jordan Devlin, who he lost to 2 weeks ago in singles competition, or Pete Dunne, who he lost to at TakeOver. There's so many options for him right now as cruiserweight champion. It's the most excited I've been about the division, so I'm very happy for KUSHIDA. However, I do find it kind of funny that KUSHIDA left New Japan because he didn't want to be a junior heavyweight, only to come to WWE and win the cruiserweight championship. Man, oh man, that is some type of irony. That's all I would say.
Hope he's getting paid well.
Yeah, he is.
So he was the ace of the junior heavyweight division, and that's pretty much how I'm seeing him winning this title now. He's going to be the ace of the cruiserweight division, in my opinion. The match, the whole segment for me, as a Santos Escobar fan, he just unified the titles. He just unified the titles, and as soon as he does that, he loses it. That I'm a Santos Escobar fan. That just kind of like, if that was the case, you could have just set up a whole situation where it was just like, I don't know, put KUSHIDA in a match. I'd rather have KUSHIDA. Congratulations to KUSHIDA, first of all. I'm a huge KUSHIDA fan. I would rather have him take like the North American Championship, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. This was probably the match of the night. 2 thumbs up. Congratulations to KUSHIDA. Santos Escobar, we gotta like do something with your son now because he don't have no championship. Romeo.
No, he's got the other one.
Yeah.
He has it still. Yeah. No, they gotta take that shit back. He lost.
Ness, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of giving Raquel her the Dusty Cup and then the Tag Team Championship. The NXT.
Yeah,
they like to give you these moments to put on your resume and then quickly move on.
They snatch the word right out from under you.
Well, at least it's on your resume, I guess. Chris, what you think?
So I was pleasantly surprised that KUSHIDA won the match. I liked the match. I didn't think he was gonna win. I'll be straight honest. Like, if Santos comes out because his badass promo, I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker, like, he elevated the cruiserweight championship. Like, this should feel so much more important than it did a few years ago. And a lot of it is because of Santos, I think. And he just fucking lost it, which I'm fine with because Kushida's good and I like Kushida, and I'm happy he got new gear. It gives me that old school kind of Kushida feel, I guess. But yeah, no complaints on this side. I want to see how it develops. Hopefully, this isn't a one-time deal.
Yes, Kushida switched to short tights and won a title. So Bailey, if you're looking to change, change your luck, maybe you should try. I don't know, maybe. Sorry, we're getting off track.
She wrestles in shorts. She'll have more championship reigns than Charlotte Flair, if that's the case. I can't wait for that.
Jesus.
All right, I'm not that desperate for her to change gear. There's a short Ciampa and Thatcher vignette, basically delivering a warning shot to MSK. They tease going for singles titles, but they're going for the tag team titles, and that would be an interesting clash of styles. I'm intrigued. Kushida backstage, congratulated by William Regal, and then Jordan Devlin pops up, congrats him, mentions he's a 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champ, and says just because you run up a ladder faster than someone doesn't make you a better wrestler. He's going home for a little while, but he will be back for that cruiserweight title. He could have just mentioned that Santos Escobar cheated at TakeOver, but they had to keep him a heel. That would have been too babyface-like, I guess.
He didn't cheat. It's no disqualification.
He had help.
It's
no disqualification. He didn't have help. It's legal.
He's a cheating asshole.
Oh, Jesus. Cry me a river.
The only asshole that I know would be Jordan Devlin. Nobody came to help him.
Women's champ, you deserve a chance. She talks about her 1.5-year journey of being booked for the first NXT on USA, but then being taken off because they said she wasn't ready. And she credits Dakota for believing her. That was nice. Dakota looked a little weird, though. She credits Io Shirai. And then the lights go out. It's Frankie Monet, formerly known as Taya Valkyrie, with her doggy. Carefully walks down the ramp in heels, not trying to Mandy Rose the situation. Her theme, Bobski or no Bobski?
Bobski.
Super
Bobski.
Bobski. Yeah.
Bobski.
Super Bobs.
Frankie Monet as a name isn't a Bobski.
She lets us know that the best division on the planet has gotten more shiny, bougie, and better. Raquel says if Monet crosses her, she's going to shove her puppy up her culo. Then, when you think the segment is over, Rhea Ripley's music plays. The Raw Women's Champ. She comes down, she stares down Raquel. Remember, they had their little rivalry before she went off. And she asks, can she please come back to NXT now that Charlotte is on Raw? Just kidding. She doesn't say that at all. She clanks titles with Raquel. They hug. Then, Bianca Belair's music plays. She comes out, the SmackDown Women's Champ. They all stand in the ring. They point to a pic of them from the past. They raise their belts. And cool moment. Triple hug by the three singles women's champions of WWE. And you see the three theme? It continues. It continues. What did you guys think? This was a like Sid mentioned earlier, a Raw After Mania moment on NXT.
Yeah.
It was. And that was a great moment, a great segment in just playing off so many different themes. Like, it was Raquel's best promo. I think that it was a great telling of her story. And for new viewers, especially for them on Tuesday nights, it was a good, like, establishing her as the face of the division. And then Frankie Monet's debut, I think she looked like $1 million. La abuela loca! I don't care if she's not Frankie Monet. As long as she has La Abuela Loca as her nickname, I am all for the former Taya Valkyrie. So I think that she's gonna bring something new and different to a division that has a bunch of great wrestlers, but don't have great characters like she can bring to the table. And then the whole little graduating class type of picture with the three ladies having the titles, it felt like not only a great Raw after WrestleMania moment, it felt like a passing of the guard, like we said with the WrestleMania Championship. Now you have Raquel Gonzalez as the NXT Women's Championship. It seems like WWE is moving into a new era with their women's division after the Four Horsewomen and Asuka. We're now approaching at Raquel Gonzalez, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and then potentially, if she gets called up, Io Shirai on the main roster. So it's great to see, and it's nice that WWE is able to evolve and change and make new stars as we see with these three ladies.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you guys said, it was just a nice moment. It was cool to see all three women holding the titles like that. I didn't even think about it, like them being on a new night. Like, they want to establish the face of the division, like on that first night, and that's a good way to do it. Raquel came off like a face. I don't know if Dakota's still a heel. I don't know what's going to be the dynamic there. I'm pretty sure they'll turn on each other sooner or later, which would be interesting.
Yeah, and Dakota will turn on Raquel.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the over-under when Dakota turns?
I give it 3 weeks. 3 weeks. But I definitely like to see La Güera Loca out there. I'm not going to call her Frankie Monet. I'm just going to call her La Güera Loca.
I got to say it right, and I got a lot of Spanish people in my house. La Güera Loca. Okay, I call her Frankie Monet. She's Frankie Monet now. I gotta call her Frankie Monet. But yeah, this whole segment was gold from the start of it. Like, just between the dynamic between Dakota and Raquel, because obviously Raquel is like leaning more toward the face, and we all know that Dakota's gonna turn. It's just like, when is it gonna happen? It was a great moment for her, for a battle against Io Shirai at Takeover. Came out, got to address the fans, get her admiration, and then having Frankie Monet come out, establishing herself now in NXT's women's division. Definitely a Bobski theme song. That shit was fire. She did her thing. And then just having Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair come out after. Like, almost dropped a thug tear. No lie. Real shit, dog. I'm like, yo, this.
Stop acting like a bitch, dog.
But because it's like, just like Sid said, they're like passing the guard and they're giving it to the people. They're putting it in the right hands, you know. And all these ladies obviously just had the best WrestleMania or night of their careers this past weekend. So yeah, it was just a dope segment all around. And kudos to WWE as a whole, just like letting them go back and even do this.
I got an interesting question for you. Just answer with a name. Out of these three women, who will lose their championship first?
I'll give you an answer. I'll give you an answer, but it's not. I can't just stop at a name.
Go ahead. If you want to elaborate, go ahead.
No, I'll say Bianca Belair because she's black.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn. Man, bring us down for a minute. Shit. The obvious answer is Rhea Ripley because she's on the same brand as Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
And that's why you don't smoke weed and talk wrestling.
hey, no excuses. I'm high, and I was gonna say Rhea because of the exact same reason.
Yeah, I should know that. Look, we were recording. Shit.
I was just curious. Speaking of women, there's a little vignette for Saray, the warrior of the sun. William Regal brags about her. And I haven't seen a match of hers, but I believe him. Miko Satomura talks her up. Regal compares her to Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai. She debuts next week. A lot of hype. And I'm very curious to see what she looks like. Regal goes to his office. It's Roderick Strong there waiting for him.
What the fuck is going on with this?
He's got an envelope.
Yeah.
Hands it over, says he's done. It's his resignation. Regal says as much hell as the Undisputed Era gave him. He calls him the ultimate professional, and he's always welcome back. And I just want to give my thoughts and prayers if Roderick Strong is heading to the main roster. I hope it's an angle that will eventually bring him back to be a part of this Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly drama.
That's the thing. When he goes to the main, I mean, Roddy can work. Love Roddy, but I don't see them doing anything with him on the main roster of any relevance. I would love to be wrong, but so many guys going from NXT going to the main roster right now, like have been, and just getting stifled, and it's sickening. Honestly, that's why I don't watch WWE. I love NXT, but when they go to the main roster, they fuck them up. Like Keith Lee's, I can't blame that on the main roster work, but like literally he came out fucked up. Who else before him? Aleister Black, not even on. Andrade, like it's, come on, it's too many names and it's ridiculous. So I don't know, man, but yeah, I don't know. Like it probably is an angle of some sorts to get him mixed in with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, but yeah, I want to see where they go from with there. And Marina Shafir was looking mighty fine. Yeah, I was looking.
Yes, she was with him. SP3, if he is going to the main roster, do you at least hope it was like Daniel Bryan and Edge on the SmackDown creative team being like, can we get Roderick Strong up here maybe? I don't know.
I mean, to go along with all their other great workers on Friday Night SmackDown, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, like, yeah, I mean, if you want a new generation SmackDown 6, yeah, you add Roderick Strong to that mix, and I think they can have like one good to great match every single episode of SmackDown, so I wouldn't mind that, but I want Roderick Strong to be a part of this story of the Undisputed Era because I feel like too easily Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly can fall into the formula or the pattern of Gargano and Ciampa. And the only thing that makes it different is the inclusion of Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish. And Bobby Fish is kind of going to be lost on his own without Roderick Strong to kind of deal with this whole situation. So, and he's kind of dealing with it in his own way by being like rejected and heartbroken over it. Whereas Bobby Fish may be like, come in and just be like, oh, I want to bring it back all together or something like that. So it's so many different ways that they can go about it. I hope that they don't, get away from it too soon.
That's so much wasted story if he does go to the main roster. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You had it right there. You had more story to tell. If that's the case. Chris, go ahead.
That's WWE for you.
Yeah. I mean, it makes no sense to bring him up to the main roster, really. What's he going to do? You got to keep him in NXT. You got to keep him. I hope they have like vignettes of him like on vacation and retired and all hyped and shit. Like, yeah, I don't need to deal with this bullshit no more. And then after like 3 or 4 weeks, he's like Squidward in that SpongeBob episode where he's just like depressed day after day because he's doing the same shit and he misses the Undisputed Era. And then that Bobby Fish comes in and they fry fish.
Maybe Bobby Fish goes
boys.
gets him on vacation. It's like,
yeah,
we have to go back.
Yeah. That would be great. So let's do that.
Leon Ruff versus Swerve Scott. Swerve wins in 7:31. Decent back and forth. Lots of counters. I thought both guys gave it their all for the time they were given. Sid?
Will they end this freaking
No.
Like, I'm not interested in this shit at all. Like, this is now like the Dexter Lumis, Cameron Grimes vibes for me, where that was a never-ending rivalry. I just wanted it over with. I was hoping that this was the blow-off because Swerve beat him definitively, and then he gets attacked backstage, and it's like, really? We're gonna have another match? Like, who wants to see Leon Ruff beat Swerve? I don't think anyone does. I think people want Swerve to beat this guy, beat him like a drum, and move on to bigger and better things. So please, end this shit, please.
Ness and Chris, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
I like both guys, but I am tired of seeing it. Y'all keep saying it is done. He put emphasis on his vignette. After that, I'm done. He said it in the post-match interview. I'm done. Leon ran up. He run up and get done up. Swerve got his ass kicked. So clearly they're going to continue this. I don't care anymore.
The best part is I'm watching the match and I'm like, yes, all right, this is a decent match, like for a blow off. Like, all right, this feud's over, it ended. All right, I can live with that. And then it fucking started right back up the next segment, bro. Upsetting.
Zoe Stark interview. She talks about 4 months ago. She was struggling in Las Vegas. Talked about her takeover match with Toni Storm that I did not see. I didn't even know. Pre-show. Shit. Yeah. Mercedes Martinez interrupts. Calls her a rookie, talks her down. Looks like they're heading towards a match with that Mercedes Martinez all over the place tonight on NXT. Then there's a vignette to Volta with Imperium. Brags about the last 2 years. Talks about how he's and still NXT UK champ. He says Imperium will grow and expand. They are here to stay, and the mat is sacred. I was intrigued by the Imperium will grow and expand line. Keep note of that. And then, of course, the Swerve shit with Ruff, whatever. The main events. The Way. Johnny Gargano. Johnny Headband. He was selling that headband. He wants it on
And
WWE
he's back to being a freaking dork after he beat 800-pound Bronson Reed on his own.
The Way versus Lumis, Reed, Shotzi, Ember. 8-person intergender tag team match. Candice had to worry about wrestling and also had to worry about keeping Indy Hartwell away from Dexter Lumis. She wanted that kiss pretty bad. I laughed at Candice bouncing off of Reed on the top rope dive. That was nice. Lumis with the silence on Gargano. And Indy's thinking about breaking it up. She feigns being hurt. Dexter Lumis notices and tends to her. Second time in the match that Indy's trying to get kissed. Candice attacks Dexter. Indy gets so upset that she tosses Johnny Gargano over the ropes so that she could go back to playing Cinderella.
No, she did. She tossed Austin Theory over the rope.
Oh, Austin Theory, excuse me. Lumis, concerned, carries her away to the back. Indy then breaks the fourth wall, gives a wink and a thumbs up to everyone watching at home with a huge grin. Shotzi gives an eclipse to Austin Theory, and Theory eventually receives a tsunami splash as well. Reed, Ember, and Shotzi win it for Dexter Lumis. In 10:34, the three of them pose after. I thought this was fun. I love the intergender interactions in the match. Indy was entertaining. Theory isn't going to find that dump over the top ropes entertaining. Gargano isn't going to find losing the match entertaining. But I think the way it's set up storyline wise going forward, I mean, I think it leads to Index, as Beth Phoenix likes to call him, maybe becoming a thing. Maybe Indy leaves the way. Maybe we see mixed tag matches with those two against Johnny and Candice. I don't know.
Could see that.
Chris, what you think of all this?
Would you call him Index?
That's what they're calling him.
Index.
I think she wants Dex in. I think that's more like it. Kiss? She's trying to get Kiss, bro. Wink, wink. She's trying to get that Dexter dick. That's what she's trying to get.
She wants to get Lumis on.
Okay. Ooh. That sounds nasty.
Yeah, Lumis, that does. Lumis.
I'm about to Lumis.
The Lumis penis.
Oh,
Oh man. But yeah, good shit all around. Good way to start close the show. It was a fun way to close the show.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun main event. I think that the Way is a great act. They're just wacky. They're hilarious. Johnny Gargano is he's just really funny. I didn't think he would be this good as a chicken shit heel, but he really is. That's why I get annoyed with when he turns into World Beater Johnny on Johnny Takeover. It's like stick to the character that's working, sir. Please. You can still do your shit without breaking that character because it works for you and it's constantly entertaining. I like Austin Theory's part in this. I love how the Way is part, established acts plus is developing talent. And Indy Hartwell kind of had like a breakout moment in this match with her whole comedy with Dexter Lumis. She's not the best in the ring, so to see something that she's really good at as far as like comedy and her facial expressions was a very cool moment for her. So I thought this was a nice way to end the show. And another type of match or moment that felt like a Raw after WrestleMania. Like it felt like one of those big multi-man matches that they had on Raw after WrestleManias from like 2013. So I like the feel of this match.
Yeah, this was a nice little main event. As goofy as it was, they had some decent wrestling going on. The story of Indy Hartwell just being thirsty. Thirsty fucking bucket. But, women do it. It's cute. Got it. It's neither here nor there. That's a funny story that somebody on a team is like going against their team to help the other team. Man, I'm sad we haven't seen that before. Sheesh. But overall, nice wrestling. Decent main event.
Next week, they announced that Kyle O'Reilly will be there live. I'm going to start keeping track of things here. This is the Tuesday night's NXT era. Botches, Drake Maverick with 1. Curses, Adam Cole with 3. Blood and Guts, very, very slight, but Shotzi Blackheart. Oh, shocker. And we had 1 kidnapping with Dexter Lumis. Shocker.
Nah, that wasn't a kidnapping. She wanted to go with him.
I'm going to count it. Abduction, taken away. I'm going to count it.
Hey, it still counts, even if it's willing.
Consensual. It's
consensual.
Yeah, that's consensual.
It's fake consensual.
What?
Yeah,
She wants
She never told him yes.
It still works. It still works. Just ask R. Kelly's victims.
Oh.
Left turn.
And on that note, match of the night. Jesus. Escobar and Kushida for me.
That should be unanimous.
I agree. Yes, Escobar and Kushida.
R. Kelly versus the state of Chicago.
Jesus.
Okay. Yes, it's unanimous.
Chris, will you bring the train back on the tracks instead of just setting it on fire?
It's the MTA, boy. We malfunctioned. We on a 15-minute delay.
Yeah.
MVP, I'm going to go Indy Hartwell. I think this is the most over she's ever been. And, when you're not that good a wrestler, you still got to work on that. Getting a character is almost even harder. And she's well on her way. That's it.
I'm gonna say Raquel Gonzalez and co-MVPs. Raquel Gonzalez and Kushida. 2 years in the making, become the cruiserweight champion, winning his first gold in NXT. I'm very happy for him. And Raquel Gonzalez because she looked like a major star and she didn't look out of place next to Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. She looked like they're equal. So that was great.
I'm gonna say Frankie Monet coming in, establishing herself, stepping to the top dog in Raquel Gonzalez, having an overall Bobski, because once again, that theme song is a Bobski, 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my MVP of the night.
I'm gonna give it to Indy. That was a good performance. I'll give it to Kushida too, because he finally got some gold around his waist.
Yeah, I'll add Kushida to mine too. Jabroni of the night. Some things never change. Robert Stone getting stuck up for his money. And also Leon Ruff. You lost fair and square, clean as a whistle, and you're mad, really? Jeez.
Robert Stone, that nigga got jacked.
Chris.
And matter of fact, hold on, Robert Stone and Aaliyah, because she got yoked up first.
Chris.
Well, obviously Robert Stone is one of them, but I kind of got to give it to Roddy Strong too, man. He quit. He quit on us. He put it in his papers. And even if he didn't quit and he's going to the main roster, even more of a jabroni because now you're just gonna be floating around.
SP3.
I really want to give it to Leon Ruff, but I feel like he's going to get a lot of these on NX3. So, and as well as Robert Stone. I'm going to give it to someone who wasn't on the show. Finn Balor, because he talked all that shit and then he got punked out. He lost, and we didn't hear a peep. The whole world's watching you, Finn. The whole world's watching, and then you were gone. You were gone. Once you got beat, you went silent. Radio silent. No more Prince. Prince got his head cut off. So, yeah, he's on my LVP.
That's not that bad a point. He was talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, that he wasn't on the show.
EO wasn't on the show either. Well, she didn't talk as much shit as Finn Balor did.
Exactly. She can't talk. She don't have that much English, but Finn.
She doesn't really talk. She just really yells.
Yeah.
The TV rating was 805,000 viewers, up 37K from their final Wednesday against AEW. They did a 0.22 18-49 rating, 8th in the cable. Do you guys think that's a respectable first viewing?
Yeah.
You think they'll be happy with that?
I think they'll improve.
They should be.
Yeah, and to their credit, we all hope it goes up. Like, now that there's quote unquote no competition, like, people should tune in, and then they can watch us talk about it. Bump the budget, SP3.
This is the best I felt. This is the best I felt about watching NXT in a long time.
So, thumbs up or thumbs down or thumbs in the middle. 3, 2, 1. Unanimous thumbs up. I thought what Sid was saying was correct. The momentum of the show changed after the Escobar match or promo. It was almost looking like a regular phoned it in NXT. But then after that, it was like they touched up on a lot of characters. First night on Tuesday, no competition. That's important to touch up on everybody. They benefited from Raw being a lame Raw after Mania, besides the Charlotte Flair promo, of course. And I think a good job of foreshadowing what directions the cruiserweight division goes, the women's division, the tag division. They didn't foreshadow where the heavyweight division is going to go, but
not at all.
Yeah. Do you think the people that watch who maybe don't watch regular on NXT will tune in again?
I think so because of the women's segment with Raquel Gonzalez. I think they made her an interesting character that people might come back to watch again. And the presentation of Frankie Monet in her debut, and the stuff with the cruiserweight division is actually intriguing if you're a hardcore wrestling fan and you like professional wrestling. There's a bunch of potential great matches with that division now.
And just like that, we're done. Wow, that's it. A cup of coffee. It's so fun just covering one show, isn't it? Isn't it, Chris? So fun. So, just one show.
It was so much easier to pay attention. Holy shit.
Chris, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at Tru Heel Chris G. Could find me here now on NX3. Oh yeah, with the rest. I don't know what we call ourselves. We're still working on it. And then you could also find me on Blunt Impact with one half of the Pie Heels. My man, the 3-time baby making champion Ness, and our co-host Mary Jane. And Joints and Jabronis, next week, I'm making it official. We are dropping an episode. Romeo Anthony Colon will be there with us. Doesn't smoke.
That's going to be hilarious.
Or SP3 looks shocked like he wants to join. Like he could join. Oh, no. Anytime. The door's always open. But yes, that's what you can find.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. You can follow me on Instagram at skinny__Kravitz. And you catch me on Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. 1/3, obviously, of NX3. Gotta keep with the threes. Wait, my man. Romeo Anthony Colon, Chris G. Thanks again, SP3. Bumping the budget. That first episode, we need all the views. Catch me on Review of Honor with my man, Stat King. Oh, I'm sorry. Fusion of Honor. I'm still getting used to that. Fusion of Honor with my man, Stat King, the man of 1,004 numbers, where we cover everything that happens in the Ring of Honor ring and MLW Fusion. Catch me on Blunt Impact and Joyce Jabronis with my man, Chris G. We form the Pot Heels, Roundtable Rebel, and as always, you can listen to my illustrious voice on True Toxicity.
SP3, we thank you for joining us on our first episode of NX3. Where can everyone find you?
Thank you for having me on the debut episode of NX3. You can find me on Twitter at Tru Heel SP3. You can find me here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel every single Saturday on the Tru Heel Heat weekly podcast with Miss Chrissy Love and Top Guy JJ. You can also find me over on the Wrestling Daily YouTube channel with my good brother from an Irish mother, Alex McCarthy, every single Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Wrestling Daily YouTube channel. And you can find me over on the Sports Keto Wrestling YouTube channel every single Friday following SmackDown with Rick Ucchino and the wrestling legend Dutch Mantel reviewing Friday Night SmackDown. And then every month on the pay-per-view previews as we preview pay-per-views from WWE and AEW. So I hope everyone enjoys NX3. This is for all the NXT fans who have the struggle with AEW over NXT. We're going to show you some love now with NX3, and these three gentlemen are the best to talk about it.
Oh, such kind words. Thank you very much. You can find me, the Pride of NY, Twitter and Instagram, True Rewind 45. Look out for that sometime on the True Heel Heat. I am so bad at this. Wow. Romeo, will you edit this and upload it? Jesus Christ. What is wrong? I just don't want season 1 to end.
I had to drop the True Rewind intro. I had to drop the True Rewind intro as a video to drop on the channel because this gentleman couldn't drop the finale. He doesn't want to let go of True Rewind.
And Tru Heel Heat, what is it, 121?
Yes.
I will be on that. Look out for that. Thank you guys for watching the first episode of NX3. We will be back here next week, episode number 2.